The Madonna Chapel is located on River Road, just outside of Plaquemine. The church is open every day to anyone who wishes to visit and enjoy its peace and solitude. And remember, the key is kept in the mailbox. From the smallest Louisiana church to arguably the largest, we next head north to Shreveport's Summer Grove Baptist Church. It was formed by a handful of people in 1849. Things have changed over the years. It is now a contemporary church of several thousand members, and it could be the right place for others, shopping for a church home. Back in 2005, a large plot of land and a mountain of mortar and bricks in Shreveport moved from the material world into the spiritual. Welcome to Summer Grove Baptist Church, one of the largest churches in the state. The reason why it's so big, Summer Grove Baptist used to be a shopping mall. The former South Park Mall fell on hard times in the 90s. Crime was on the rise. Stores were closing. Fast forward a few years, Summer Grove church leaders, including Pastor Rod Masteller, were looking to expand. South Park Mall became a convert. Pastor Rob, what did this building used to be?
This was a J.C. Penney's building.
An anchor store.
Yeah.
Come on.
I got to tell you a story.
Come on, let's hear about it.
I brought a Jewish rabbi in here.
Uh-huh.
We walked through this door, and he looked at it and he said, "Wow." And then he said, "Pastor, I used to buy my underwear right over there."
The former J.C. Penney's is now a 2,500-seat sanctuary. Where a vacant shopping mall once stood, Masteller and others saw an opportunity to become the new anchor in the community.
This area was really declining and was in very, very bad shape and turning the wrong direction. And we wanted to bring light here and hope here. And that's why we have that steeple out there, is to say, you know, even if everything looks bad, you can turn it around. And that's what's happened here. I'm kind of a visionary. I kind of got a little bit of entrepreneur in me, and I just thought, I wonder if this could be of God.
Summer Grove now owns 1 million square feet of space. About 1/3 of that is utilized. The unused areas of Dillard's and Montgomery Ward are closed off and look frozen in time. Getting a quick tour on foot would be challenging. That's where Associate Pastor Charles Reynolds steps in. Charles, is walking the most effective way of transportation, getting around the mall church?
I'd like to take a golf cart if we could. That'd make it a little bit quicker.
Could we?
Yes, let's do it.
I like that idea a lot.
All right. Let's go.
Pastor Reynolds says only 2 other malls in the country have been converted into a church on this scale. While it may seem a bit unorthodox, Reynolds believes there is a great deal of promise in turning old malls into new churches.
And so as you look at this, we gave people opportunity to take actual old stores, and we put Sunday school classes in them until we could have a chance to come in and actually gut them and remodel them.
Charles points out a former storefront that is now the senior high school youth room.
This shows you the type of work that our people have done. Transformed this into a great area as far as our senior high is concerned, and they can do a lot of different configurations in here, from chairs to couches to tables and chairs, so this really provides a neat opportunity.
The senior high youth room also offers ping pong and foosball. It even sports a stage for kids to play music and perform skits. Members give this space rave reviews.
We have a 17-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son, and when we lived in North Carolina, I couldn't get my daughter in church. She just didn't want anything to do with it. And here I can't get her out of church.
The activity area for preschoolers is located in the former El Chico restaurant and serves up a safari theme for the kids. And if you're looking for a good meal and fellowship, just head to the food court.
Come on in and let me show you what happened to Piccadilly.
Hey, we're in a Piccadilly. We're in a Piccadilly.
That's correct. And let me show you how it's been transformed into an area for our church family to use for fellowships, meals, etc. like this. We're going to stop here in the center area first. We can put about 240 people in this big area right here. Let me take you on in here and show you one of our private dining rooms so you can see how they turned out. Again, This doesn't look like a used Piccadilly. When you look at how the church remodeled this, it really has a nice, attractive air. And this room right here will hold approximately 75 people.
Back near the sanctuary, music feeds the soul in the former Penny's Ladies and Mrs. Department. The choir meets every Wednesday night.
We sing about 80 every Sunday morning and have an orchestra, a rhythm-driven orchestra with guitars, drums, and that's about 15 people. We lead worship every Sunday morning. Summer Grove has always had a rich history and a tradition of a choir, not just as a performance group, but as a dynamic worship leading body.
To think that you would come and meet me here, Lord, I tremble.
Continue the mall church tour and you will see a church clothing store. It is open Tuesdays and Thursdays. Anyone can come inside to shop. All the items inside the store are free. At the other end of the mall, the church also runs a counseling center. There are tenants here as well, including the Burlington Coat Factory. Living Interiors provides and cares for all the plants in the mall in exchange for store space. The Caddo Sheriff and Shreveport Police Departments opened a white-collar crime unit. Inside, suspects are processed for crimes like forgery or check theft. And for anyone looking for a little forgiveness, that's just down the hall, first floor.
One of the things that makes us trust is to know that somebody really loves me.
Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on me.
When we first moved here, when we lived in North Carolina, we were going to a very small, probably about 18 people altogether, right? Church. And when we moved here, I wanted to find a very personable church. That's what I wanted. I wanted something small. But lo and behold, we came, and this church has so much to offer. I just couldn't believe it, that it is so personable.
And it really doesn't matter to members what this building used to be. The resurrection of the mall is interesting, but it is far from the center of attention.
And it's all in what you use the space for, and you know, I mean, it's not a mall anymore. This is a church full of love. I mean, you don't even think of it as that anymore.
You made a way when you said.
And I really believe that this place is going to be used for many good things. There's lots of good things for the future. We believe very strongly that God didn't bring us out here without a great plan to help our community.
The mall space at Summer Grove Baptist Church also houses medical records for a local hospital. The Caddo Parish School System holds adult education classes, and there's even a 6-cinema movie complex there. But that's not being used at this time.